Did you know most older people feel their health and mind collapsing after 70? Even if you have lived a healthy life, aging has a way of showing up whether you like it or not. Some of these changes can feel small at first, but over time they can break down your strength, confidence, and daily comfort if you're not prepared for them. In this video, we are going to talk about 7 things that can quietly break you after 70. These are not meant to scare you, but to open your eyes to the realities of aging so that you can face them with wisdom and strength. Each of these signs is a reminder that your body and mind need more care, more patience, and more intentional living than ever before. Stay tuned until the end, because understanding these 7 signs is not only about spotting decline, it is about learning how to protect yourself, maintain your independence, and continue living with dignity. Now, let us get started. Number 1, declining muscle strength. One of the first things that begins to break you after 70 is the slow but steady loss of muscle strength. You may notice that tasks you once did with ease, like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even opening jars, now take more effort. This is not a reflection of laziness or lack of willpower. It is a natural result of aging known as sarcopenia, where muscle mass gradually decreases over time. The problem with weakened muscles is that it does not just affect your ability to lift or carry. It impacts balance, posture, and even the way you move. Seniors with less muscle strength are at higher risk of falls, and falls often lead to fractures or hospital stays that can change life dramatically. A simple misstep in the kitchen or on the porch can result in months of recovery. And sometimes, people never fully regain the independence they had before. Take the example of Raymond, a 73-year-old who prided himself on staying active. For years, he walked every morning, but as time passed, he noticed his legs felt weaker and his steps less steady. One afternoon, while bending down to tie his shoes, he lost his balance and fell awkwardly. Though the injury was not severe, the fear it planted in him kept him from walking as far as he used to. That hesitation only made his muscles weaker, creating a cycle that was hard to escape. Psychologically, losing strength can take a toll on confidence. When you're unsure whether you can handle everyday tasks, it makes you less willing to try. That loss of confidence often becomes just as damaging as the physical decline itself. Seniors who fear falling sometimes stop leaving the house, and isolation can break the spirit faster than any injury. The encouraging truth is that even after 70, you can fight back against this decline. Gentle strength training, regular walking, and balanced nutrition can slow the process and even rebuild some of what has been lost. But ignoring the issue and hoping it will not matter only speeds up the loss. Recognizing declining muscle strength as one of the first signs of aging gives you the chance to act before it breaks more than your body. It can break your independence if left unchecked. Number 2, fading memory and mental sharpness. Another thing that can begin to break you after 70 is the slow fading of memory and mental sharpness. You might notice yourself forgetting names you once recalled easily, misplacing items more often, or struggling to follow conversations when too many people are talking at once. While occasional forgetfulness is a normal part of life, repeated lapses can feel unsettling, especially when you begin to question whether you are still the same person you used to be. The human brain, like any muscle, changes with age. The neurons fire a little slower, and the ability to absorb new information may not be what it once was. Some seniors describe it as a fog that makes everyday decisions more tiring. Even things as simple as cooking a meal or managing bills can feel overwhelming when memory does not cooperate. This gradual shift can chip away at a person's sense of control. And when control slips, confidence often follows. Think of Margaret, a 78-year-old who had always been sharp and quick with words. She loved doing crossword puzzles and chatting with her grandchildren about their schoolwork, but she began to notice that recalling certain words took longer, and sometimes she would lose her train of thought mid-sentence. What troubled her most was not the mistakes themselves, but the embarrassment she felt when others noticed. She began to talk less at family gatherings, worried she might stumble again. The sadness in her eyes showed how much confidence she had lost. The danger of memory decline goes beyond frustration. It can affect safety, like forgetting to turn off the stove, missing medication doses, or losing track of important appointments. These small slips can accumulate into risks that break not just independence, but also peace of mind for both the senior and their loved ones. Psychologically, memory loss can bring fear of dementia, fear of becoming a burden, fear of losing one's identity. That fear sometimes leads seniors to withdraw from mental challenges, when in truth, staying engaged is one of the best ways to fight decline. Reading, playing games, learning something new, and connecting with others all help keep the mind active. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, weakening bones and joints. After 70, bones and joints often become fragile. Conditions like osteoporosis and arthritis creep in, making every step feel heavier and every movement stiffer. The cushioning in joints wears away and bones lose density, raising the risk of fractures. Something as small as bending down or missing a step can lead to a broken hip or wrist. Unlike when you were younger, healing takes much longer, sometimes never fully returning to what it was. This can quietly strip away independence. Pain from arthritis can make dressing, bathing, or even writing a struggle. Some seniors start avoiding movement to spare themselves discomfort, but inactivity only accelerates stiffness and bone weakness. The less you move, the more you lose. Beyond the physical, there's a deep emotional weight. Imagine not being able to pick up your grandchild, garden in the yard, or kneel in prayer like you used to. These small losses add up, leaving seniors feeling helpless or disconnected from the lives they love. But with proper care, like safe exercise, calcium and vitamin D, and regular checkups, you can slow this process. Ignoring bone and joint health, however, lets it quietly break both your mobility and your spirit. Number 4, loss of vision and hearing. By the time you're over 70, sight and hearing often begin to fade. Reading fine print, recognizing faces in a crowd, or following conversations in noisy places becomes difficult. This is more than an inconvenience. It changes how you connect with the world. Take hearing loss. When you can't follow conversations, you may withdraw from social events out of embarrassment. Vision problems like cataracts or macular degeneration can make even crossing the street dangerous. Slowly, the world begins to shrink. Psychologically, this decline can create isolation and sadness. Seniors often describe feeling invisible, cut off from family and friends. Some even stop attending church, clubs, or dinners because the strain of keeping up is too much. While glasses, hearing aids, and medical treatments can help, many ignore these solutions out of pride or denial. But untreated vision and hearing loss can break independence and emotional well-being long before the body fails. Number 5, slower recovery from illness. In younger years, a cold or infection might last a few days. After 70, recovery can stretch into weeks and complications appear more often. The immune system simply does not fight as it once did. Hospital stays become more common and each illness can leave you weaker than before. This fragility can create fear of getting sick, leading some seniors to avoid gatherings, travel, or even seeing loved ones. That isolation weakens the immune system further, creating a painful cycle. The truth is, resilience changes with age. Even small infections or surgeries can push the body past its limits. Recognizing this helps you prepare, protect your health, and not take recovery for granted. Ignoring it can quietly break confidence and hope. Number 6, emotional loneliness and isolation. By the age of 70, many people face the loss of a spouse, friends, or even siblings. Children may live far away, busy with their own families. The once lively home can feel unbearably quiet. Loneliness does not just hurt the heart, it affects the body. Increasing risks of depression, high blood pressure, and even dementia. Think of John, who after his wife passed, stopped eating regular meals and rarely left the house. His health declined rapidly, not because of illness, because of the weight of isolation. The absence of human connection can break a person faster than disease. Companionship, conversation, and love are medicines as powerful as anything a doctor prescribes. Ignoring this need for connection is one of the greatest dangers after 70. Number 7, fragility of independence. Perhaps the most painful thing that begins to break you after 70 is the slow loss of independence. Driving may no longer be safe. Managing money may become confusing. Even personal care can turn into a challenge. Each of these losses chips away at dignity and freedom. Many seniors fear becoming a burden, relying on children or caregivers. The thought of losing control over one's life can be heavier than any physical pain. Independence is not just about what you can do. It's about who you believe yourself to be. While help is sometimes necessary, planning ahead and accepting support with grace can preserve dignity. But denying the reality of this stage can leave both seniors and families unprepared, making the loss of independence even more painful when it comes. Final thoughts. After 70, life does not end, but it does change. These 7 things, declining muscle, fading memory, weakening bones, loss of senses, slower recovery, loneliness, and fragile independence, are real challenges. They can break your body, your mind, and your spirit if ignored. But with awareness, preparation, and care, they do not have to define you. Aging is not about avoiding change. It is about adapting to it with wisdom and strength. Every day you choose to move, connect, and care for yourself, you are choosing life. So remember, even after 70, you still have power. Power to protect your health, to nurture your mind, to stay connected, and to live with dignity. Do not let these 7 things break you. Face them, prepare for them, and continue living fully in the years ahead.